one thing I often hear about KDE, and I feel like this is another one of these things which goes back to KDE FOSS. People will say KDE's buggy. We go back to KDE 4. People say, KDE's the design is inconsistent. We're back to KDE 4. And as you're saying here, like, this is the complexity of dealing with this problem. Like, it's not inherently the fault of KDE. It's just, this is the work. Like, this is the amount of people that were working on the design at the time. It just was not feasible to really, like, you look at, I think when people look at like consistency on a Linux desktop today, whatever people think about the design language itself, like libadwaita, really consistent design. That if GNOME has done a great job doing that specific goal.
Yep.
But especially with how complex Oxygen was, right? As you're saying, this is just not. It was not feasible at the time.
Yeah. No. And props to GNOME. Like I have deep respect for it. Deep. I remember the talks back then when they were starting with the new GNOME thing. We had a conference, a joint conference in Berlin, and I had a chat with the guys there about, okay, are you guys going to really do this? And yes, they really did it, and it's great. But it also requires something that I'm not willing to be, which is very much a design despot. And yeah, they have to be that. If you want absolute, like, really good consistency, you have to block not only the freedom of developers to do their thing. That's a granted. You have to block them in order to do whatever they want to. You also have to block the user from doing their thing, because users will mess things up. I always was more on the approach that, okay, if the user wants to mess it up, that's a user problem. Hey, it's your desktop. It's the user's desktop. It's not my desktop. I give you a version of it. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, dude, sure. As long as you're doing open source, that's it. You're already winning. And that's great. I think even it's great that in open source we have visions like GNOME and KDE and living together and then trying different things. I think it's great. I do fully agree that consistency in KDE, massive problem. Massive problem. It's really, really hard. And it's not easy to do within the way KDE does things. Right. Within the way KDE does things,
7 theming engines.
With 7 theming engines, not going to be easy. But on the other end, sometimes it does amazing things. Would I like to have the perfectly designed desktop? Perfect for who? It's going to be perfect for a couple of people that did it. You see what I'm saying? If you do this system that is very rigid and very well designed, yes, you get something polished. But there you lose a bit of freedom out of it. You lose the freedom to, okay, can you show in your image pink fluffy bunny theming? It's almost like a joke in KDE. Like there was a way we had pink fluffy bunny. I have nothing to do with it. Nothing. That was zero. People did that without me knowing. Maybe because they know me. But it's great. It's gret that we had that. That level of insanity. I think it was an April Fool's joke. Not sure. It was kind of a April Fool's joke that turned into a real thing. Hey, it turned out to be a real thing. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Sure.
insanity? Okay, no, a lot of other people are going to search for pink fluffy bunny. It was. So this sort of thing is great, and I wouldn't lose it for anything. Even if we're going to lose a bit of consistency. Yes, maybe. It would be great. Okay, it would be like, give me 10 million. Give me 10 million. I'll hire a team of designers. I'll have them in the payroll, and we'll force consistent design from now on. We'll put the team on all KDE apps, doing a top-to-down design review. Yes, that would be great. If we don't have that, and we have to enforce very strict rules, and how do we enforce them without making the code stiff? I actually don't know how to fix it within maintaining the freedom. I don't have a perfect solution for that. I didn't ever. Hey, if you're a designer, join KDE. Well, we can do this.
Well, I think that lack of consistency sort of does lead into the thing we talked about earlier, right? Where KDE is this sort of place for design experimentation, right? Obviously, the default is going to have a certain level of consistency, but not expecting everything to be perfect, that does give freedom for those third-party themes to go and, play around with things, to do things which might be a little bit dumb, to like, just try something because they like it on their system, not necessarily because it's going to be something which globally works.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, you said it all. That's something I believe that we should maintain at all costs. Like, do not break the freedom. Again, not KDE's desktop. It's KDE desktop. It's Plasma desktop, but it's fundamentally at least as the way I saw it always, it's the user's desktop.
Right.
We're just giving it to users. They are free, and they should be free to do whatever wacky things they come up with. Let's not like that. That's the ethos of KDE. We have the most messy system panel on the planet. It is like that. I know we could layer it better. I know we can make it easier to use. I try that. They brought it back to the current state. The fact that they brought it back to the current state tells you a lot about KDE. So in my time, I tried to get rid of the thing in the side and the expanding stuff that they have now, and I tried to put it more like Windows and Mac were. No, Windows were trying to do that back then, and Mac OS was also trying to do that back then, to put it like the grid of icons. Where basically you open a parent setting, and then you have more settings inside that setting thing. So basically an icon is a parent of a certain type, and you navigate through that a little bit vertically. Versus this all of a much more flatter version that we have currently on the side that expands sideways.
Sure.
But yeah, we don't hide options from the users. That's a great thing. Well, we could hide them a little bit.
Well,
but not remove them.
There's some things which were kind of hidden as we went into Plasma 6, because there were options there which were just, there is an incorrect option. It's like, if there is an option which is just not going to work on your system, why is that even an option? You should just be like, that should be something that is automatically being selected in the background.
Right. No, I absolutely agree. But those are the sort of things that, escape the radar. Like the guy that was doing it. Like sometimes people see KDE and see open source as this, almost like if it was Microsoft or it was or if it was Apple, and demand things from us like we were. Hey, dude, we're not even being paid. Relax. but the guy, it might be the guy doing that feature thing. It didn't cross his mind. He was doing it all by himself at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it is solving his thing, is scratching his itch.
Mhm.
It puts it there, and now it works for him. Now, only when people start complaining, why do I see that? I don't even have that. Why is that on my face? He says, "Oh, all right, you're right." Most of the times, it's this little micro interactions that need to occur. Like the guy needs to be told, "Oh, maybe we should turn that off if this is not applicable." Yeah, it happens a lot. It is what it is.
It is what it is. True.
Yeah.
So, do you have something there?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, when you're working with other designers, you're working in a team. How do you avoid design by committee?
By being an asshole.
Okay.
That's it. Now, okay. So first level.
Okay.
First level, establish some sort of relationship with the designer. I need to trust the other designer. The other designer needs to trust me. That's level 1, 0 of things. If this doesn't work, there's okay. You do your thing somewhere else. I'll do my thing somewhere else as well. Done. Great. If we pass this level of us trusting each other, then it becomes easy. Then we can debate, play with things, see how, okay, what is your take on this? Okay, I would do it this way. And we keep on like iterating on this, and this works. There needs to be some sort of boss. There needs to be, if you want to something that is semi-coherent, there needs to be a guy, a maintainer, basically, like all projects. There needs to be a maintainer, someone that says that is willing to pull a line and say, okay, no, we're not doing this because. You agree, you don't agree, that's your prerogative. If you really don't, there you go, and you do your own thing in the other project. But that is very similar to any other open source project. It's not fundamentally different from anything else. Because design by committee is particularly complicated on design, but it's a thing all over. And it's more complicated in design only for one reason. Everybody has a stupid opinion on design. Like, you don't need to know C++. You need to know C++ to have an opinion on most KDE apps, like internally, about how things work. And that puts the barrier, like, even the effort is massive. Like, I have to look at this goddamn 10,000 line of code just to have an opinion on it. Just this work grants you a level of respect on the other side. Okay, oh, you went and you look at the code. Come on. Better listen to you. Undesigned things, people look at it and have an opinion, and it'll tell you about it. And it... yeah. So it's a little bit harder, but it's kind of the same problem. So if you understand that it's kind of the same problem, it becomes kind of easy. It's not super hard. I have made a ton of design friends in open source. Still happy. All the guys I was talking about, I'm friends with them. Even the GNOME guys, I'm friends with them. So yeah, you get to a point where you trust each other's method and you work together.
Maybe we should have done this the other way around. We're doing it like this. Who cares? What can be the result of design by committee? Why is it something you want to avoid?
Oh, design committee. Yeah, if anyone has been a part of that, anyone that has been part of a design by committee has post-traumatic syndrome out of it. That's the only thing that comes out of design by committee. Design committee is where anything good dies. I'm going all in now. It's when all of these opinions from people that shouldn't have an opinion are equally as valid as your opinion. And it's not that theirs is worse than yours. It probably is not. There's no wrong opinions on design. Or I'm not even going design. Let's call it, I'm going to call it art. I don't like calling design art, but I'm going to call it now because this is the field of subjective opinions,
Mhm.
which design shouldn't even mess with. But there is this aspect. A design by committee is field of subjective, incompatible opinions, and if you want to do a design by committee, it's going to be the either the minimum common denominator, and you get like an absurdly simplistic design, or the maximum common denominator, and you get Omer's car. And if you don't get the reference, you can show it on just Google Omer's car, which is a clear reference of design by committee, and you get one of those. Great great episode to watch.
How do you spell that?
Hey, Homer Simpson's car.
Homer Simpson. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, I just.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I know.
So usually the result, but more common than not, that's the result. Design by committee gives you that. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to leave their mark, and it's not consistent. It was a perfect car for Homer Simpson. He loved it. Only him.
I feel like that was the first time this episode that the accents tripped me up on something. We've been good so far.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, no, I definitely see what you mean here. So basically, you can either have the only things that everyone agrees on, or you have a bit of everything, and it just doesn't fit together.
Yep.